So I have all the carrots washed and we're cutting them down the center. Just having a blast, guys. This whole
For several years now, most of my sentimental items have been divided into two different boxes. One of them being this box, which has pretty much every letter anyone's ever given to me. All of my letters from my years of pen paling. Those are all in here, and this, for the most part, is still doing its job. However, this is the box I've been putting all of my trinkets in. For probably 6 years, this has been, I've always described it as like, this is the box I'd grab in a house fire. So if you ever are at my house and there is a fire, then grab this box for me. Don't steal it from me. However, it's overflowing. And this is a pretty new problem. I've accumulated more important things that need to be held in this box, and they don't all fit now. This was my grandma's nesting doll, and I have an absolute affinity for nesting dolls. So I do have many, and I have a nesting doll necklace. My measuring cups are nesting dolls. Can you hear my neighbor's baby screaming? This was one of my favorite stuffed animals as a kid. This was my brother's, and I wrote him a note in it when we were kids. So this box is full of things like that. The problem is this is the box that my typewriter came in, and my stuff doesn't fit in here anymore. So what I want to do is put the typewriter back in this and then get a bigger trunk. I've been having fun going through the things that are important to me because I don't go through this box all that often, but even the stuff on my mantle, I don't take it in and appreciate them as much as, I mean, of course, I get used to seeing them there and then I don't think about them in depth, but it's really fun to see the intricate details of the things that I find important. And remembering why things are special to me. This is from Thailand, which I have not been, but I would love to go. It's a dream of mine. This was a gift. It feels really weird to already be packing up the decorative pieces because I still have another 2 weeks to leave. But I think this feels like the most tangible start that I can get. I think it's just gonna feel weird to be here without everything that made it mine. This apartment has been the kindest and safest space I've ever lived in. This has really been such a beautiful space, and I feel so fortunate to have spent any time here at all. The window is something like what I grew up with that was really sacred to me as a kid. Creating the collage wall and putting my art up was kind of an ode to my high school self. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of growth in this apartment. I'm leaving a very different person than I moved in as. I think this will always be my favorite place I've ever lived. So it's been a couple days. Milo, come here. Milo's been a nervous wreck. I'm gonna give him an anxiety treat really quick. There's a painting that I want to do, and it would be of the window that I have right here because it's the window that reminds me of my childhood bedroom. I want to light some incense and a couple candles and then open up a lot of the windows and the doors and just kind of clear out a lot of the energy that's been built up in this space, and also just internally create some room for some growth. I want to journal about what this place has meant to me and just what I'll be leaving behind, but also what I'll be stepping into, because it's not all bad. This will be a really exciting part of my life, and I can feel in my gut that this is the right time to do this. But this place has been like nothing short of magical for me. I want to have a little meditative afternoon with myself and with my apartment while it still looks like mine. I just bumped into my neighbor who's my age, and she's also burning incense right now, and I also had to borrow her lighter. I've been growing my own spearmint. Whoa! I wonder how I ended up with mushrooms in here. I have some mugwort and some other little seedlings in here that are growing super fast all of a sudden. I just learned about the shooting that happened in Florida today. I feel really sad. I don't know what to do with that yet. I'm truly like losing my mind. If you can't see a whole lot, but I've not put a dent in any of my packing today. I spent an hour trying to get the footage off my camera onto my iPad so I have room on my SD card. It's just not working because I use an iPad, not a computer. So I can't film on my camera. I'm gonna use my phone. My friend graduates May 11th, which is Mother's Day. So that's 2 reasons to fly back to Washington. I booked my flight, but then I called them and I'm like, hi, I'm flying back with my dog. And they were like, okay, that's an extra $150. And I was like, oh my God. I know there's a pet fee, but I don't remember it being that expensive. But I pay it, and then I call the other airline, which I'm flying home with, and I'm like, hi, I am flying home with my dog. And they were like, okay, well, you booked a Sabre seat and you have to upgrade your seat, which is $150 on top of what you already paid for that seat. The pet fee is another $100. The whole reason my dog's even coming is because he needs to get his teeth cleaned in my hometown because it's supposed to be cheaper than it is here, which here it's $1,500 to get his teeth cleaned because he has to go under anesthesia. So I had a good cry. Today's like well, it was supposed to be the day that I do the most packing. I listed my dresser on Facebook Marketplace and I listed this light on Facebook Marketplace. Oh my God, I need to try to pack as much of my clothes as possible. Everything is fine. You're so expensive. Having a dog in your early 20s, I love him more than anything. Would kill for him. However, I wish I could like transport him from this period of my life to like 10 years from now. Like, you know how they're like freezing Walt Disney's head, allegedly, and like bringing him back to life at some point or something? I wish I could do that with him because I'm just not equipped to have a dog right now. Oh my god. Bye. This will be very satisfying for you guys, but not for me at all in the slightest. It's April 29th. It's my brother's birthday today. Tomorrow is officially my last day that I have access to the apartment, but I'm hoping that today will be the last day that I need to be here. I have a really big fear of time passing, which is funny because there's nothing I can do to prevent that. That happens all the time. That is time.